All right, y'all, there is so much going on at Walt Disney World in 2026. From new things to updated things to offers that new offers were actually just released this past week. So, no matter what you're looking for, we're going to chat things you need to know for a Walt Disney World vacation in 2026. Hey, I'm Kinsey. I'm a Disney loving mama and travel agent who helps families tailor the magic to fit their pace, budget, and personalities. Before I jump straight into all things Walt Disney World, just a quick heads up as to what you can expect from me in 2026. Obviously, I'm going to keep sharing planning content, prep content, tips, different things like that. But as far as what my 2026 is looking like so far, we are actually going to Disney on Ice here in a couple weeks. So I plan to share, I probably won't share too much about that, but I'll just kind of generally share like a montage of our experience. We have gone multiple years in the past. We always do the cyber deal. I always get the cyber deal, and it's around Thanksgiving week so that we can get better prices on tickets. And then it's like a great experience gift for Christmas. And then me, my husband, and our two girls, they're currently 2.5 and 4.5. We will be going to Wisconsin Dells in March. Should be interesting. I've never gone. My husband went like when he was middle aged, kind of. And if you don't know, there's like a bunch of water parks there. So we're going to be going to, I think we're going to do a night at Great Wolf Lodge and then a couple nights at the Kalahari. So I will probably, we're road tripping. So I'm probably going to share some like road trip prep and behind the scenes of that. And then just a little bit of that trip, not too much. But I will share a couple things. I will be going to my agency summit in June this year, staying at Yacht Club and doing all different things. So that will be my first trip to Walt Disney World in 2026 so far. I will be sharing planning for that, prepping for that, like Yacht Club tours, reviews. That's going to be my first time staying there. And then, of course, different things that we do while we're there. I'm most excited about is we are planning to, the first week of August, do our family Disney trip for my oldest daughter's 5th birthday. So it'll be our first official birthday trip for them, which I'm excited about. We're going to be doing new things. My youngest will turn 3 a couple months before that. So one of those being Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique. We're going to be staying at Disney's Pop Century Resort, which we have stayed at before, but they've done some new things. So I'm excited for 2026 and what it has to offer. There's a bunch of things that I'm going to be planning, prepping, giving you guys tips on, keeping you guys in the loop on. So whether you want to see those tips, kind of see some behind the scenes, make sure to subscribe to catch all of the things coming in 2026. All right, now that all of that is out of the way, let's jump right into Walt Disney World 2026, starting with Cool Kids Summer. So Cool Kids Summer is back. If you don't know what that is, it's going to be like extra character meet and greets, extra experiences, just extra fun for kids specifically. That is coming back for summer 2026. And along with that comes some really amazing offers, including percentage off resort stays and the absolutely amazing 2 free park day, 2 free resort nights with a 4-night, 4-day package. So basically, like if you have 4-day park tickets, you can get 6-day for the same price because those 2 are going to be free. I've been a travel agent now for going on 5 years. This is probably the best offer I've seen so far. It's amazing. Like I said, we're planning on doing a trip in August, and this offer worked out for us and it worked out to be better than what we had before. So we actually switched to that and we're getting 2 extra park days than we planned. So make sure to check that out if you're thinking summer 2026, or if you have questions on that specifically. I will drop my link down below so we can start looking at what that will look like for your family. A couple other things that are coming with Cool Kids Summer. One, the free entry into a water park on your arrival day. So both Typhoon Lagoon and Blizzard Beach will be open this summer, so you can take your pick and go to one of those water parks on your arrival day. That is just included in your package. And then another thing that I want to point out, this is for all of 2026, not just summer, but it's something to keep in mind if you are planning summer, because it's just an extra perk that you can package right on in there with everything else going on, is that you can get free dining plans for ages 3 to 9 when you purchase a dining plan for any adults, so 10 plus in your party. any of those kids ages 3 through 9 can actually get a free dining plan. A lot going on with Cool Kids Summer. Dining plan piece is amazing. Again, if you want to see what some of those offers might look like for you, or you just have more questions, I will drop my link below. Amazing offer with the 2 park day, 2 resort night stay, free days, free ticket that I mentioned. It actually does have an expiration date of February 15th. Yep, I wanted to write that down so I got it right. February 15th. So keep that in mind if that's something that you're potentially wanting to take advantage of. Next, I do have some notes on this. So if you see me looking down, I did have to make notes for this one because we are going to be chatting on what's new or updated coming in 2026. There's just so much going on. So there's definitely things you want to keep in mind because you don't want to just blindly look and say, oh, Disney has this ride, we should do that. And then it's not open. It's in the middle of being changed. They've recently removed it. Anything, you just want to kind of be aware. So we are going to start in Magic Kingdom Park, Big Thunder Mountain. So that has been closed for a bit, but that is going to open in spring 2026, which I'm excited for. I really love doing that roller coaster when we're at Magic Kingdom. And then it's going to have some new updates to it as well. Next on the list is Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger Spin. So if you are planning for the littles, this is probably going to be a hit for them. I know I have, they're not so much anymore, but my oldest used to be a huge Toy Story lover. So I know there's a lot of Toy Story lovers out there. So this is also going to be opening around the spring with some updates to the vehicle that include things like being able to see your score in the ride vehicle, and then even having like different lasers so you can see where you're aiming. The guns are going to be able to move a little bit instead of having to be stuck right there to the vehicle. So I think it'll be a really good update, and honestly maybe make it a little bit more enjoyable to ride because it's definitely one that I'm fine skipping usually, but I am excited to see these updates. So that'll be happening or reopening spring of 2026. And then just as a heads up, I don't believe there's any specific dates on this so far, but they have announced that they are going to go back to basically they're giving Cinderella's castle a paint job to reflect some of the older colors or the older color scheme. So with that being said, even though there's no specific date that they've said, depending on when they do that and depending on when you're planning your trip, just know you might see some cranes or different things around the castle as they work on that. Next up is my personal favorite park, EPCOT. So I'm really excited for a lot of these, honestly, but EPCOT has some great updates. One in February, Frozen Ever After is getting updated animatronics, which I'm very excited for. Currently, if you haven't been on it before, it's like a projected face, like it's a projection of a face onto animatronic. I don't know, it's a little janky, so it's going to be better animatronics and take away that screen face and just be more like Tiana's Bayou Adventure or something like that type of animatronic. And so that is coming February of 2026. So honestly, here shortly. And I'm excited to see that one when we go with the girls in August. Another one that you may have already seen is they're updating Soarin' Around the World this summer to Soarin' Over America for the USA's 250th birthday. Happy birthday, America. They are changing that to be Soarin' Over America versus Soarin' Around the World this summer. So that is going to be something to keep in mind if you think you're going to see Soarin' Around the World. Just know if you're going this summer or a little bit after that. I don't know how long it's going to stick around. I don't know if they've announced that. Maybe I just missed it or if they haven't said yet. But just know that's around the time it's going to change. So it'll be America specifically, not around the world. And then as of right now, if you don't know, EPCOT has 4 festivals throughout the year: Festival of the Arts, my personal favorite, the Flower and Garden Festival, and then the Food and Wine Festival, and the Festival of the Holidays. So as of right now, they have dates for the first 2. Festival of the Arts is going to be January 16th through February 23rd. So something to keep in mind if you're going around that time frame to EPCOT. And then Flower and Garden Festival is going to run March 4th to June 1st. And that's one of my personal favorites. I love seeing the topiaries all around the park of the different characters, the different themes. All of that is just super cool to me. So if you're going around that time, definitely check that out. If you're considering that time and you're back and forth, I do highly suggest being able to check out Flower and Garden. And like I said, Food and Wine Festival and Festival of the Holidays are going to be back in 2026. They just haven't officially announced those specific dates yet. Moving on to Hollywood Studios, I feel like this is one of the ones that has like the most going on, honestly. So Animation Courtyard is changing to Walt Disney Studios, and there's going to be some different things going on there. So there's going to be a Disney Junior Mickey Mouse Clubhouse Live. See why I had to write these things down? Where the Disney Junior Dance Party used to be. We did the Disney Junior Dance Party back in February. It was really fun. I do think that the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse Live is going to be exciting. And one of the best things about that is it is in an air-conditioned space. So it's still going to be a great spot to let your littles go and get some air for one and get their wiggles out for two, because I know that's a huge thing with toddlers as you're going around the park. And then Magic of Disney Animation is going to be what used to be Star Wars Launch Bay. So again, same area. It's just going to be that Magic of Disney Animation instead of Star Wars Launch Bay, and it's going to include some things like Alice in Wonderland themed indoor playground, which is amazing because there's no other indoor playground. I'm going to say that and then I'm going to think of one later. As of right now, as I'm thinking, I don't believe there's any other indoor playground in Hollywood Studios. So again, another place to cool off, get those wiggles out. That is going to be a fun ad, and there's going to be some unique character meet and greets there as well. Next up, Rock and Roller Coaster is closed, and it's going to reopen in summer 2026 as Rock and Roller Coaster starring the Muppets. Not my favorite update, probably one of my least favorite updates out of all of these. I know the Muppets are a big thing. I personally am not a huge Muppets fan, but I am interested to see what they do with it. It sounds like it's for the most part still going to be like the same ride itself, which I appreciate because I do love that ride, but just know it is currently closed. It will be reopening in summer of 2026. No specific date yet, but it is going to be featuring the Muppets, so it's going to be that retheme. And lastly, at Hollywood Studios, if you have a Star Wars lover, they're probably going to love this one. There's going to be new missions in Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run that include the Mandalorian and Grogu. And that's going to actually take place May 22nd because it's going to be right around the time, kind of in conjunction with that new Mando Grogu movie that is coming out. Animal Kingdom. So one of my favorite updates is going to be in Animal Kingdom, y'all. Before we get to that one, though, a friendly reminder that at the end of this year, the show It's Tough to Be a Bug was replaced with Zootopia Better Zoogether show. That is happening this year at Animal Kingdom. So if you have any Zootopia lovers, especially following the release of Zootopia 2, that is something that you guys can definitely go and do and see and enjoy at Animal Kingdom this year. Another quick update. Again, this has kind of been happening in 2025, wrapping up early 2026, but Dinoland USA is mostly closed, with it officially closing its last pieces like the dinosaur ride February 2nd. So only a few more weeks of that, and then Dinoland USA will be fully officially closed in Animal Kingdom for its retheming, restructuring. Should be pretty cool to see, honestly, that Tropical Americas area. So just be aware of that if you're heading to the park. And then, like I said, one of my favorite updates, Bluey and Bingo are coming to Animal Kingdom. My girls love Bluey. We love Bluey. So I'm very excited about this one. And funnily enough, like a couple months back, my oldest was like, next time we go to Disney, I want to see Bluey. And I was like, well, maybe, but Bluey, I don't think Bluey's there right now. Now she's there and we can go see her. And not only is it a meet and greet, but it's like a interactive meet and greet from what I'm understanding. So like play and dance, and there's supposedly going to be even some like Bluey show themed games that they can do. So that's going to be really fun. It's going to be over at Conservation Station in Animal Kingdom. And again, probably one of the updates that I'm most excited for out of all of these. And before we jump into the last big FYI update for 2026, this is just a friendly reminder that Disney no longer does fast passes, okay? I still see and get even clients saying like, we know we want this, and we want fast passes. My friend told me we need to do fast passes. we definitely want to do fast passes. What does that look like? How can we get those? Yes, they still have something that is like fast passes, but those have come and gone. We even had Genie Plus there for a while, and now it is Lightning Lane MultiPass. I do help my clients by providing them a Lightning Lane MultiPass guide, and then of course just answering questions, giving them tips, giving them assistance as needed. So just a fun fact there if you're looking for that type of support. The last big thing that I want to talk about just being aware for in 2026 is just a friendly reminder that while all of these things that we just chatted on are amazing, they're great, some of them, they're just what they are, but all the offers and updates that Disney will provide us for 2026 or that could potentially take place in 2026 have not all necessarily been announced. So Disney will release new offers as the year goes on or new updates as the year goes on. So as far as the offer side of things, one of the biggest perks of my services and my clients working with me is price monitoring. So basically what that looks like is if you are planning with me, you have your vacation package booked, we're in the middle of the process, yada yada, and an offer comes out that applies to your vacation package, I'm on it. I got you. You don't even have to blink an eye. As an example, the amazing 2-day, 2-night ticket offer that I cannot stop talking about when that was released. When I woke up that morning and was doing my walk, doing my work, I saved one of my family's like $1,300 while they were still asleep, not worrying about it at all. I saved them $1,300. And they got 2 extra days in the park with that 2 free day tickets. So just keep that in mind. Price monitoring is one of the biggest perks of working with a travel agent. You basically get that stress taken off of your shoulders of trying to keep up with all that, wondering what the fine lines are between some of those offers. I take care of all of that for you. And then I just update you when it's done if it is applicable to your package. Another thing with the updates, I know Halloween and Christmas are big times for people to try to go to Walt Disney World. So yes, there's going to be Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party and the Christmas parties. Like this past year, they still had Mickey's Very Merry Christmas, and they did another year of Jollywood Nights. Those dates for those parties won't get released until later. So if you're leaning towards a Halloween trip or a Christmas trip and you know you want to potentially look at one of those parties, this is my friendly advice to you to start planning now. Get those packages locked in so you secure the resort you want, the price you want with potential offers down the road still. And when those dates are released for the parties, we can work together on finding out which days work best for you and snagging those tickets for you and your family. If you haven't started planning your Disney vacation in 2026 yet, but that is your plan, it's not too late to start planning your family Disney trip to Walt Disney World for 2026. And it's not too late to make sure that you are tailoring the magic specifically for your family and making the most out of your magic instead of feeling overwhelmed and stressed and leaving like you didn't get the experience that you wish you would have. If this was helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more tips as we head into 2026. And comment below if you have any other Disney questions that you want to address or see if I can assist with. Until next time, keep chasing the moments that make your family's magic. Bye. Those dates and things don't typically get released. My husband's calling me. Wait a sec. Why am I looking at the light? I'm just staring right into it. My girls love Bluey at Hollywood Studios.